Hello and welcome to Mitv Primetime News. I am Teresa Adeyemi. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on Thursday in Lagos pointed out the significance of a data-driven approach in modern decision-making, declaring it a light guiding the ever-evolving landscape of the nation's economy. President Tinubu, who was represented by the Vice President, Senator Kashim Shettima, at the Comptroller General of Customs Conference, disclosed that the data-driven era aligned with the federal government vision for a transformed nation. The President was speaking on the theme leveraging data analytics for secure and efficient trade facilitation in customs operation, said the government will not only commit to deploying data to make decisions within the government, but will also address the historical inadequacies of Nigeria policy making, often impeded by a lack of comprehensive data. Earlier, the governor of Lagos State, Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, lauded the ambitious plan to accumulate and utilize vast amounts of data through analytics, recognizing the potential for transformative change. He underscored the pivotal role of Lagos State in the customs service operations as he hinted that over 70% of monthly revenue of the NCS were generated within Lagos. The Comptroller General of Customs, Bashi Adewale Adeni, emphasized the significance of the conference in shaping government policies and aligning customs operations with President Tinubu's agenda. Our retired Assistant Comptroller General of Customs, Yusuf Basha, acknowledged the crucial role of customs officers in building a robust, data-centric infrastructure for the country.
I assure you that the President remains resolute in his belief that Nigeria is unequivocally on track, not only to accumulate terabytes of factual service, but also to establish a robust public service system that upholds data integrity at its core. Our ambition extends beyond accumulation. It extends to transformation. We aspire to position Nigeria as the preferred destination for all stakeholders involved in export and import activities overseen by the Nigerian Customs Service.
For the country to achieve 1 trillion GDP between now and the year 2030, it's a daunting one. It's a very serious business. But we know with the Nigerian Customs, that conversation is realizable. We've discussed this over and over again, that we cannot rely on a monoproduct called oil alone. We need to be able to diversify and think out of the box.
The target set for us, to put it in proper perspective, is 5 trillion naira. 5 trillion naira. What I told the National Assembly is that if we get a number of things right within the policy environment, within the monetary framework, it is not impossible for us to make more than 5 trillion. But officially, the target set for us is 5 trillion. And we are looking at a number of strategies. One of them is what we have done now. We're going to maximize the potentials of data that we have. In customs, we have a lot of data. Trade, imports, exports, declarations made, it advises us on a number of areas which we may not have paid attention to.
Every organization is dynamic. Customs is not working in silo. Like most people are saying, if you need faster clearances, if you need on-the-go release of cargo, then while you are uploading your information, be factual, be honest. Ensure your integrity as a declarant is in tune with the law. Then you move as fast as you can. But if customs and the customs system requires certain specific information based on integrity, and one decides not to give that, then one is calling for delay.
The National Assembly Joint Committee on Upstream and Gas has summoned the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Oil, Eniken Lokpobiri, and the Minister of Petroleum Resources, Gas, Ekperikwe Ekpo, to appear before it on Monday, December 18, 2023. The committee instructed that if the ministers fail to appear, decisive action will be taken against them. Chairman of the committee, Senator Etang William and Honorable Alhazan Duguwe, stated this on Thursday in Abuja at the Budget Defense Section, organized by the Joint Committee on Oil and Gas. House of Representatives correspondent Linda Ike reports that while expressing displeasure over the absence of the ministers, they noted that the budget defense is a constitutional activity that is sacrosanct and must not be taken for granted.
The success, survival of the economy of the Federation lies in the oil and gas sector. And more so, this is a ministry that we presume, based on tradition and precedence, that the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the Commander-in-Chief is the supervising minister. And because of the importance of this ministry, he has also taken by way of wisdom the grace to appoint 2 ministers of state in this ministry. And here,
my little comment is, I felt so disappointed. The same reasons yesterday we shifted this meeting. Today again, we've not seen them. And I don't think it's good for our democracy. And I don't think it's good for us.
The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited and NPCL disclosed that the company had remitted a total of 4.5 trillion naira in revenue generated as of October this year into the Federation account. Highlighting a positive outlook for Nigeria, the company emphasized that indices and strategic leveraging within the oil sector are indicating prosperity, a sentiment expressed by Mele Kyari, the Group Chief Executive Officer, during an interactive section with the Senate Committee on Finance. Kyari assured committee members of promising days ahead for the company and the nation, and cited the reforms embedded in the Petroleum Industry Act, positioning NNPC Limited on par with its global counterparts in the oil sector.
And we know that there's a line of sight around this. I'm very confident that by end of first quarter next year, those margins will narrow and stability will come, and you will see others coming into the market. So what we are doing now is that we are managing that instability because we are bulk buyers, we have access to market, we are huge buyers, and we are able to lose in one cargo of import and also stabilize on the other. Overall, in average is that we are not losing money.
The Director General, National Automotive Design and Development Council, NADDC, Joseph Osanikwe, is called for speedy enactment of the National Automotive Industry Development Plan to attract more investment into the sector. Speaking to newsmen in Abuja, Osanikwe said implementation of the plan is the agency's topmost priority, hence foreign investors will have confidence in investing into the sector. While urging investors who have confidence and faith in the policy to come in, he noted that the agency is trying to put in place necessary infrastructure for the manufacturing of electric vehicles. He called on government to encourage manufacturing and development of component and parts sectors in the industry.
Because we need to meet our local content, and we know that with that, if you can invest in these small bits, before you know it, you can get the whole thing. And he mentioned also about our investment in training centers, which even the ADO you mentioned now, as I'm talking to you, they are doing installation of new equipment in ADO now. So we are working on getting.
Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has told players in the build industry to avoid undermining established rules, processes, but abide by all regulations guiding real estate practice, including the Lagos State Real Estate Regulatory Authority, LASRA, laws and other related regulations. The governor stated this while speaking with stakeholders of build industry at 4th edition of the Lagos Real Estate Marketplace Conference and exhibitions organized to provide insight into the investment opportunities in the sector. The theme for the 2 days event was Real Estate Regulation, a panacea for disaster mitigation and recovery in the built industry. Sanwo-Olu was represented by the State Commissioner for Housing, Moruf Akideru Fatai, said the urgency of addressing the impact of a well-regulated real estate sector is more apparent than ever. In an address, the Special Advisor to the Governor on Housing, Barakat Odunuga Bakari, charged all the stakeholders in working together as teams for a brighter future of the sector.
This strategy does not only propel the industry forward, but also contribute significantly to the advancement of our shared goal as a community. Real estate regulation is not a luxury, but an imperative for sustainable growth. We embark on a journey to explore how effective regulation can act as a shield, fortifying society against the avoidable challenges posed by unregulated development.
The theme for this year's conference is Real Estate Regulation, a panacea for disaster mitigation and recovery in the real sector. The choice of the focus is based on the need for collective assent and joint action in support of regulations and compliance in the sector. Embracing best practices is the sure way to mitigating disasters in the sector. There are established quality control measures, time-tested ethics, and operational principles applicable in all professions.
A certification of those people who will practice in this industry. The institution of estate surveillance is self-regulatory. However, because
the Oyo State government has flagged off the disbursement of the 1 billion naira agri support loan to farmers across the 7 geopolitical zones of the state under the Sustainable Action for Economic Recovery, SAFER. Presenting the dummy checks to the beneficiaries, the State Commissioner for Agriculture and Rural Development, Barrister Olasukomi Olaleye, noted that the agri loan support will reduce the cost of food and also sustain the economic recovery of the state. He added that the loan facility is strictly for farmers and that it's being issued strictly based on the merit of applications, noting that the process will not be politicized. MITV correspondent Kelvin Awoke reports that some of the beneficiaries, while lauding the government for the initiative, promised to utilize the loan facility to expand their business and as well devise means of prompt repayment to enable others benefit from the gesture.
The governor approved the sum of 1 billion naira as loan facilities for farmers in the states. 500 million for smallholder farmers, another 500 million for youth entrepreneurs in agribusiness. For you are aware that the fifth aspect is also another 500 million for micro and small scale enterprises. Today, we are commencing the distribution of agri loans through Agri Credit Corporation to farmers.
The Nigerian Council of Registered Insurance Brokers has reiterated its determination to vigorously increase the contribution of the insurance sector to the gross domestic product, GDP, by 100%. The president of NCRIB, NCRIB, Babatunde Ogutade, who made the declaration at the 20th anniversary of the NCRIB Lagos Area Committee, maintained that the body is reserved to capture the 28 million uninsured houses within the next 2 years so as to jack up insurance contribution from 3% to 6%. Ogutuga stated that the present administration will focus on strategic ways to achieve financial solvency, promote professionalism, strengthen government and institutional relationship, amongst other themes. Speaking on the theme importance of the local chapters to the growth of the center, the President, Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, ICANN, Dr. Innocent Okwosha, employed the insurance brokers to ensure a viable and effective area committee which will reflect the expectations of the national body. The chairman, NCRIB Lagos Area Committee, Ademola Olutuse, said the local area committee will continue to promote connections and participation of members in order to achieve a significant contribution to the overall GDP of the country.
Actually, there are over 20 million buildings in Nigeria that are uninsured. We are going to work on those areas and create enablement. We are also going to partner with state governments to deepen the areas of compulsory insurance. We are talking about the third-party motor insurance. We are talking about the insurance of public buildings. We are talking about group life insurance. We are talking of the third-party scheme. So we are going to do so much within this tenure. And on all of this, you need integrity, you need transparency, and you need skill. And we need to continue to communicate.
Market penetration. We are working according to the rules and regulations of our regulators, and we are planning to deepen insurance patronage by making sure we go to the grassroots to create insurance awareness to them. So by doing this, I believe the insurance patronage will definitely increase from the 3% to maybe about 10%. We'll get there.
The ideal thing is to have a uniform policy that all members or local chapters we have. But we need to be mindful of the fact that there are certain regions that have specific needs that that comes as a result of their region, and which we need to.
The Nigerian Society of Engineers (NSE) has stated the challenges facing Nigeria require a re-evaluation of the curriculum design of tertiary institutions. While speaking at the groundbreaking of Mechanical Engineering Technology Advancement Academy on Thursday in Ogun, the president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer Tasiu Gidario Wudu, suggested that an industrial academy for learning, training, internship programs, and certification courses should be established in partnership with institutions within and outside the country. The NSA president, represented by Engineer Abbas Ishola, said institutions aims at bridging the gap between theoretical knowledge and practical skills for young engineers and equip young engineers with the tools they need to thrive in a rapidly evolving industry. The national chairman
should be focusing on
Olufumilade Akingbagbohun stated that the establishment of Mechanical Engineering Technology Advancement Academy is aimed at reducing the skills gap between the classroom and the industry. She noted that the academy is poised to become a beacon for nurturing the next generation of engineers, from sustainable energy solutions to cutting-edge robotics. This professional-driven innovation is very welcome and has added strength. The board chairman of Mechanical Engineering Technology Advancement Academy, Engineer Sheung Faluyi, said Nigerian engineers need to take more active participation in national development and quality and capacity building of their members.
This is the area that the government should be focusing on presently, because we are having challenges as per our economic development, and the only way we can do that is when we are self-reliant, when we can produce things on our own, when we can beat our chest and give to the Nigerian community what I call our own products, not by relying on importation and bringing everything down from abroad. We can bring in some of these experts to come and train our children here, and by the time they train the engineers here, we'll be able to do it on our own, and that is exactly what the government should be focusing on, especially the technical aspect of engineering.
A lot more mechanical engineers from all over Nigeria and even maybe the world, that they will come here and they will say this is a home where it is that they can learn the skills that can help them to be able to develop more in their own professional careers. It's a serene environment. It is off the beaten track, so it's one that you can learn without distraction. You can focus. So I see here as developing into a home for mechanical engineers all over Nigeria.
Any nation that will go require that engineering and skill is in operation for it to grow and to increase the economy of that nation. And that gap is what we have identified and we are trying to bridge in order for Nigeria to grow and to give mechanical engineering practice the right tools and the right skills for them to excel and for Nigeria to excel as a nation.
The Ikeja Golden Lions Club has beckoned on philanthropists to extend their hands of fellowship to the needy, especially the elderly in the society. The group said one of its core projects is to help the needy in Regainja site kicked off for free medical outreach in Moshin area of Lagos, where about 200 free eyeglasses and eye screenings were given to the elderly. While speaking to newsmen, the president of the Ikeja Golden Lions Club, Lion Titi Rabiu, said the purpose of the outreach was to help the community, especially the elderly with eyes problems, and also administer the right glasses to them and enlighten them on the proper way to use it. The chairperson of the event, Lion Folu Adebowale, who stated that the annual event is to celebrate the elderly and give them the sense of togetherness, advised them to keep fit and look young by doing exercises. Other members of the clubs also spoke on the importance of extension of hands of fellowship, especially during the Yuletide period.
We do the eldest eye screening first before the younger ones, because they too, they need to see clearly when they want to go to restroom or anywhere without putting the glasses on. And for the younger ones, they will use it for reading, playing, as well as to sight.
To celebrate our elderly ones, because our elders are our pride. We do this annually to bring joy to them, not only here, different hoods. So it's a thing of joy that we are here again this year.
Alliance International site is part of what we should do, just like we deal in every other aspect of health, like diabetes and the likes. So today we are taking care of the site for the elderly.
They are growing, or as we are growing, because I'm one of the elderly too. Our site too needs to be taken care of. That's why we choose to support them as well in caring for their site. So that's why we organize the site screening for them. Thank you.
The Ekiti State Police Command has assured people of the state that armed robbers that robbed 2 banks in Ikere Ekiti yesterday evening will be brought to book. The State Police Commissioner Ogundari Dari spoke with newsmen in Ado Ekiti, expressed displeasure over the incident. The police boss informed that he has directed his men to ensure the perpetrators of trade are arrested and brought to book. The police and men of the Nigerian Army recovered 3 vehicles and motorcycles from the robbers as they escaped into the bush.
They are, what do you call it, their duty at least. If you are not strong or good enough to be a security man, leave the job. Some people are ready to do it. How could robbers be in town for over 1.5 hours, operating freely without any challenge? A community whereby we have different security.
As I speak to you, our men are inside the bush where they pursued them to yesterday. They were still there now, combing the area, whether there could be any of them that was injured during the process of escaping. So we are not relenting. We're not relenting.
And that's all from the local scene tonight. We'll go on a quick break to bring you a report from the foreign scene. Please stay with us.